Hello guys, welcome back to Matt's Motors, and today I've got a really quick one for you. I'm just going to show you guys how to restore your headlights back so they're clear again. I was sort of halfway through doing it, and I thought maybe some of you might like a quick video, because some people might not know how to do it, and it's very simple and something that anyone can do. So I'm about halfway through doing this side, so that's why it's all hazed over, but then even now you can sort of see the comparison between that and that. So obviously you can see there that's completely yellow. They're two different colours, and once I've given that going over with some polish, it will sort it right out. Yeah. Right, so these are all the things you're going to need. I mean, you don't need every different sandpaper grit. It just makes it a better process. It will end up looking better. But so I got 400 grit, 800. I don't know if this is focusing. 1200, 2000, 2500, and then just some polish. Of any kind really. This is just the one I have. The only ones that I would say are 100% necessary, 400 if they're quite bad, like these lights. It will get sort of the top layer of yellow off, and it will sort of bring back the like the clear colour or the white colour. And then you'll definitely need either 8 or 1200 and 2000, and ideally higher to sort of a 2500. This will just make the polishing stage a lot easier. If you go up all the way, even higher than 2500 grit, it will just make the polishing much less like strenuous. You don't need a machine polisher. I could do it without or with. It doesn't really make a difference in the end result. It just, again, it saves a lot of time if you do have a machine polisher. So I'm going to start off with a bit of 400 grit. Another thing that you would ideally want is a bit of masking tape all the way around the edge, but because of the nature of the car, I'm not going to bother. But yeah, and you just want to start sanding it really. Do this wet or dry. I usually do it at 400 dry, because then it sort of just gets the bulk of it done quicker. Obviously I'm going to try and not scratch the paint. I don't really want to sand the red, but it might end up happening, just because I'm being quite aggressive and trying to get this done. I reckon you could get each side done in 15 minutes, maybe even 10. It obviously is quite a dusty, dirty process, but it's well worth it for the end results. One thing I'd say with the 400, you want to do more than you think, because if you go through 400, 800, 1200, and then you realise you haven't done enough in the original stage, you have to sort of start again. Whereas if you do a bit too much, there's not, well, there isn't really too much. So I would say this stage, give it a bit of welly, and then you don't need to do half as much in the final stages. So straight away you can see the yellow tinge to it go away. We're going to 800 grit now. Obviously it won't look like this in the end. You just don't try not to worry about what it looks like now. The end results are what matters. But the first time I did this, I thought, oh no, I've ruined my headlights and I'm not going to be able to get them back. But so your headlights can fail on just being cloudy, so it can be an MOT fail, and it's something that you can fix yourself rather than going to a garage and them saying, oh well, you need new headlights. They're obviously going to say that because they want you to spend money, but you can just clean them off like this yourself. Not only will it make the car look better, but make the lights brighter at night. you don't want to get pulled over for something like that, something so stupid. You might as well at least be speeding if you're getting pulled over. And after a while your sandpaper will look like this. It will start not being so good when it gets to that point, so you want to swap it out to a new fresh sheet. Sort of see as you go up the sandpapers, it will just look better and better. I'm going on to 12,000, not 12,000, 1200 now. I'm now moving on to 2000 grit. It's one of the final stages. I'll go then on to 2,500 and then polish it. Nearly there, so it's looking pretty good. I mean, you could leave it like that, and it already looks a whole lot better, but you just want to get the fine scratches out with some polish, and I'm going to use 2,500 grit now. So final sanding stage. God, what am I like? Getting the bloody words out. Right, this is a dual action polisher I've got. It's by a company called SPTA. It was the cheapest kit I could find on Amazon. Comes with everything, polishing pads, sanding pads, and I think it was about £100. And it's all you need really. You don't need a big expensive one. Obviously if you're doing it as a profession, I would go ahead and invest in it. I don't know how long this would last, but for what I need it for and doing the odd bits here and there, it's 100% all you need. So I'll whack one of the pads that's come on it. I've already used this, but again, it doesn't matter. It's all on. This whole car is about doing it on a budget. And if you think I'm spending a few quid getting a new pad for it when I could just use this one, you are wrong. Put a bit of the compound on. This is always something people do as well. You don't want to put too much of this on because it sort of doesn't do its job then if you end up putting a load on. You just want a few little dots here and there. Oh, that's probably a bit too much there, but so that's probably plenty there. I usually smear it in, and then that should do. When I've worked the initial bit in, top it up with a tiny bit more. Also, you don't want to do what I've just done, take it off the car whilst it's still spinning, because then it will flick it all over your paint. So if you're doing this on your nice car, definitely wait till the pad stops spinning, so you don't flick all the like the compound over your paint, because if it dries onto it, it can be a bit of a nightmare to get off. So that'll do there. So I spray a bit of the quick detailer sort of stuff on just to get the excess polish off, and right, banging. Look at that, for the amount of effort you put in, the amount of time it takes, you can't really beat it. I'll take the camera off so you can see the difference. Right, so this one's all polished up. Again, I don't really know particularly what I'm doing with the polisher. I know the basics of how to use it, but I'm no professional, and it's come completely clear. You can see through to the bulbs. This is before the 2500 grit and the polish. So you see it's obviously super cloudy now, but it is still white in colour. Just try and show you both side by side, so you can automatically see the difference. So that was just a quick video on how to polish your headlights, get the clarity back in them, make them road legal, and keep them looking good for a few more years. I've done this video in between fixing the MX-5, so I found out the caliper is seized, and it is on video, in the video that you will see whenever I manage to fix it. So I'm in the process of ordering a caliper now, and fitting it to the car. That's why I've made another video on the car, because it is stuck here now. So I've taken all the caliper apart. Here it is. The pads are all fine. They will be fine to go back on the car. I wouldn't suggest doing this. If you're doing it on your only car, I would definitely recommend getting new ones. And then we got the caliper in there, still attached. I'm just waiting for a replacement. I'm going to try and find a second-hand one, just in keeping with it being a budget car. Trying to do everything on a budget so that everyone sees they can also do it on a budget. But yeah, that was just a quick video to show you how you can transform your headlights in 10-15 minutes and make them look like new again. See, this one hadn't polished, and you'll see from the beginning of the video it really does help a lot. Also, there'll be a new car on this channel in the next couple of weeks. It's long, it's old, and it's got a 4-litre V8, so all the benefits, all the good bits. So yeah, please like and subscribe, everyone. I appreciate you watching, and if you didn't like something, leave a comment on why you didn't like it, and I will read it and reply. Thank you, guys.